Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to my channel. So, it's August now, but I have not made my July walrus. A little behind, but it's okay. Hopefully, I'll finish this walrus before it's too late into August. Spoiler alert, I've already done a bit. So, let me do the usual and take you through the process of how it came to my design. So July, like I said in June, not a lot of holidays. There's the 4th of July, but I don't really want to make like an American-centric walrus. I'd rather go for something with like a broader appeal. So basically, other than the 4th of July, I couldn't really find much for holidays that happen in July. So, like I said last month, I had that summer idea where he has like the crown of the sun and the clouds, which I think is really cute. But spoiler alert, it's not happening this month either. Maybe we'll try it for August, but it might just not happen at this point. But it might, because I think it's a really cute idea. But that's not what this is about. Let me show you my little sketches, of which I only have 3. So we're gonna go this way. Left to right, I think, but the video gets switched, so I'm just gonna say this way. So I did do a little 4th of July idea, because I definitely didn't want to do a red, white, and blue one, because that seemed a bit garish and like it'd be a bit loud and obnoxious. And also, like, I couldn't really think of a way to do it other than having it like red or like blue head, red and white striped body. But I knew that that would be a ton of color changes that would have been really hard. It would have been hard to keep the widths consistent with the increases, and other than the change of colors, there's no outfit associated with 4th of July, so it's not like I really could go down that road if I wanted to. I thought about doing one that looked like a hot dog, but it felt kind of dumb, and I didn't really want to do that. And I thought about doing one that like was firework inspired, but I really didn't know how. And we still have the New Year's Eve, January, to think about that when I get to January eventually. But I did a Statue of Liberty design because I thought it'd actually be like a cute way to do it. That's not like super patriotic or super like American. So that, and I think it'd still just be cute. I think that was my main thing. I didn't think of red, white, and blue walrus would be cute, but I think this one would be. The main reason I'm not going with it is like the Statue of Liberty is known for like holding the book and her arm up, and my walruses all have their arms like down. And I was thinking I could sew on the arm upside down, but I feel like that would look weird. Me trying to do it with my arms here for whatever reason. But yeah, I didn't think it'd work. Even though I think doing it in the colors with the little crown and the sash would be cute, I just think I'd want more to it. And it wasn't my most enthusiastic design anyway. And then as you can see, I have another reprieve of Summer Walrus, which you could argue I did last month. I really should have called last month Summer Vacation, and it doesn't really matter, but I'm not going with this idea yet either. Maybe I will next month because I think it would be really cute. We're not doing that this month anyway, so let's just move on. And you can probably see the idea that I went with. It's ice cream. I think last month I had an ice cream design in my sketches as well, and I was like, I'm not really seriously considering that. I thought it'd just be a cute sketch. But when I was doing some quick little Googles and research for holidays that happened in July, apparently it's like National Ice Cream Month or something like that, which I didn't know about. I think that's really fun. I personally love ice cream. I know that's not a hot take, but it's the truth. So I was like, ice cream would be really cute. And then I didn't think I was gonna go with that, but when I only had 3 ideas, this one wasn't too strong, and it was between these two yet again. I was like, I love this idea. It's been here for like 3 months in a row, but I'm gonna do ice cream. I think it's really fun. So my concept is to do like a waffle cone body with an ice cream scoop face. And then I'm gonna do like chocolate syrup dripping down and like a dollop of whipped cream on the head, maybe, to like be the hat, because almost all of mine have hats, with a cherry on top, and maybe like those little straw cookies sticking out of it. I might do sprinkles on top, but that's the concept. I think it'll be really cute. Just like in most previous months, I have already made the walrus's body. Ba-ba-da-ba. I bet you didn't expect mint ice cream. Yeah, when I was trying to think of what flavor ice cream I would do for his head, I was like, vanilla is the obvious one. But, like, my last month's walrus would have the same color head as the vanilla ice cream. Like, that's probably the color I would use, and if I used white, A, I think it'd be way too stark, but B, the whipped cream's white. So then I was like, okay, chocolate's next, but then I can't really do chocolate sauce dripping down. I guess I could have maybe done caramel, but I didn't think about that at the time when I was making the decision. The main reason I went to mint was 2 reasons. The first one is I love mint ice cream. Mint chocolate chip is one of my favorite ice creams. So I was like, it's my walrus, I'll make him mint chocolate if I want to. And my second reason was because, like last time, I was shouting out the tourist from Lilo and Stitch. As inspiration for a stereotypical tourist character, he would always have a mint chocolate ice cream that he would always drop. So it's always kind of stuck with me as like a especially summery and especially like iconic of ice cream on a cone. And I thought it'd be nice with the colors, like obviously the strawberry chocolate vanilla of like the strawberry chocolate sauce whipped cream. It kind of elicits that same thing, but I don't really think of strawberry ice cream being decorated in a way. Like, I personally don't think I'd put chocolate sauce and whipped cream on strawberry ice cream. Like, I don't ever really put toppings on my ice cream because I just don't have time. I just eat it straight from the little pint. But I feel like those flavors make more sense with something like mint chocolate chip. And I mean, I feel like these colors work really nicely together anyways. I am wondering how I'm gonna do a waffle texture on his body and if I'm gonna do a waffle texture on his body. I honestly kind of think it looks good enough as is. I think I'm gonna crochet like a little kind of collar that looks kind of like wiggly. You know what I mean? Like in this image, like the little wiggly line that kind of makes it feel like ice cream hanging over the side. Actually, a good example here is on my dairy relief pills. You know, the way it kind of like poofs out over the sides. So I think if I do that around the collar, that will also help sell the ice cream illusion without this needing to necessarily get a waffle cone texture, because my main issue is I'm not sure how to do it. I was thinking about trying to do it while I crocheted him. I could find waffle stitches, but none of them really done an amigurumi except for one pattern on Etsy that I didn't want to buy just to get it. I'm pretty sure you'd have to do like a treble crochet and like a front treble post or something like that. I've had to do it before in certain patterns and it kind of gives like that bar in front feel, but I also felt like that might just mess up the pattern. And so he wouldn't be the same size as all of his other month brethren. So I feel like I might just like embroider a grid on it, but I also feel like I'm trying to put a grid on like a 3D object, which I feel like will be very hard for me to do, to like evenly space it and make it look like good from all around. Like, I'm sure the bottom would just be everything going into one point as opposed to a continuous grid, which wouldn't really matter because it's on the bottom, but like it still just goes to show that I don't think it's going to be the easiest thing to do. My other thought was making like little squares and putting them on here to look like shadows, but that kind of doesn't work because that's the squares of the waffle are typically the inset part, not the raised part. So I might just not give it a waffle texture. I'm not positive yet. So spoiler alert, it is now mid-August, which you probably know based on when this video is going up. So yeah, I have not had the chance to finish my walrus yet, but we're gonna do that here today, and I'm gonna try to knock out the August walrus this weekend because school for me starts this Tuesday. Time really, summer was the opposite of free time for me. I just worked the whole time and then never had a chance to make any videos, which was not really the goal, not really what I expected, but here we are. So let me show you what the state of my walrus is. So I have essentially made most of the parts for him. I've got his chocolate dripping, his chocolate sauce hat, the whipped cream, and the cherry for the top of his head. I also have his nose here, which I still need to attach. I have not yet made the cookies that are going to stick out of the back of him. Once I do, he'll be pretty much done. So despite the fact that he's not put together, he is almost done. I just need to sew down the parts, so that's what I'm gonna do. Starting with the little chocolate sauce head. So I can walk you through my process of making these parts. This was just a big crochet dome at first until I got to a good size to where it would fit nicely on the top of his head. And then I basically did a bunch of chains and crocheted into those to get this little drippy effect. Now, I think I could have done it better, for sure, but this is how it looks. And yeah, I think some of my drip looked pretty good, but then other times I did some weird things. I was trying to make them go smaller as they went up so they would look like a teardrop shape, kind of. Okay, so I didn't really do a good job of explaining this. I tried to make it get smaller. I meant to say that I was doing smaller stitches. So at the largest part of the teardrop, I did like a treble crochet or a double crochet usually, and then I would get to smaller stitches, and towards the base of the tear it would either be a single crochet or a slip stitch. But that effect didn't really happen, and so you just kind of get these weird areas that are kind of weirdly skinny. But hopefully I can remedy that when I stitch them down. The pattern for this is in the description. It will probably be hard to read, maybe not hard to read, but maybe hard to follow, because one row is so many stitches, because it's you do 6 different chains in that row and then work into them and attach back, and I mean, if you want to follow it, it's there for you, but I don't know why you would, to be honest. Yeah, so like I said, my summer's been kind of crazy. Work really started to pick up in late July, early August, not even late July, kind of mid-July. It really started to pick up because I work for the campus graphic design firm, so we basically started having to do all of the marketing for the welcome back events. So I would be at work from 8 to 5, and then I'd get back and be super tired from working all day and dealing with clients, and all of them wanted last minute requests. I swear, welcome back is next week, and we got one of the biggest events this week. They were like, yeah, can we have all this by next week? It's pretty annoying, but we got it done. Well, we got it mostly done. There's still some stuff to do Monday, but we got it mostly done. And then on top of that, like I've said before, I just got a cat this summer, so he kind of takes up a lot of my time. Because when I get home, I want to sleep because I'm tired, but I also want to play with him, and then I want to film videos, but he wants my attention, and obviously I can't just ignore him. Then on the weekends, I'll just be oh, finally free time, and then don't even know what to do with my days. Honestly, I don't know how my time got away from me so much. I feel like I should have definitely had time to finish this walrus by now, but the fact of the matter is it simply didn't happen, which is very unfortunate because I really like this walrus. I think I like how it's going. I wish I could have figured out how to give a waffle texture to his body. I really am bummed that I don't know how to give one of those. I have an idea, but I don't think I'd execute it well, just to embroider it on there, because the waffle cone is so specific. It would kind of basically be crocheting on a grid, which I don't think it would turn out that good because of my own lack of embroidery skill, to be honest. But anyways, if I'm being a little bit more quiet, it's because my other 2 roommates have moved in, and one of them lives in the room right next to mine, so I don't want to disturb her, even though I never really talk too loud, and I feel like she probably wouldn't be able to hear me talking at my normal voice anyway, and if she can hear me, I can't imagine it would be that much, because I can never hear her. But either way, I don't want to be too loud. Okay, I ripped this off and I'm gonna start again, and I think I'm gonna do it like this. Let me see if I can turn it. Yeah. Before I had this long part on the other side. I just remembered that it was at one side of the face visible from the front. I'm gonna try it at this side because I think that's what I actually wanted. And one thing I found was one of the drips was so long it was like right by his nose, and so when I put his nose on there, since it's the same color of brown, it's just gonna be a lot of brown in one area and I might be a bit confused. So I'm just gonna stitch this on and I'll see you guys after I get that done. Okay, so I'm done with his little chocolate syrup. It looks like funny hair, and as you can see I also did the nose. It is not the brown nose. I didn't like how it looked, so I found this slightly darker minty color. I almost feel like they're too similar. Like, I guess maybe it's just I haven't been looking at it in great lighting, because it does actually look pretty good on the camera there. So next up, I am going to add the whipped cream onto his head. Basically this is another circle that I then did the ruffle edge technique to, which is the same way that I did the ruffled collar for the clown. Essentially just, I think it's 5 double crochet in each hole, which is a lot, but that's why it ruffles like this, because it's like there's no room for it to go, so it just built up and ruffles up. So I am going to stitch this on next. I'm gonna try to just stitch it at like the edge of this circle, and I'll see how that goes. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's gonna be kind of difficult to do. But I'm gonna do my best to get that attached. I've been worried that this is gonna be too tall. Like, some of the gripes that I've had with design concepts in the past is that all the interest is in one place. Like that one Earth Day concept I had where he was the world, it was like all the interest is in the back. And then sometimes I feel like all the interest is in the head or the body, and it's not really shared fortune. And I feel like in this case, all the interest is in the head, so it's like almost making the design weaker. But I think that the stuff that there is like, I think he's cute, I think it's nice. Hopefully the cookies will help to bring it down some, because everything's gonna build up, and then these are gonna stick up too, but they're gonna come from down. So I haven't made the cookies yet, but we'll see how that goes, because like, what else can I do? His body's a cone. But I'll worry about that when I get to it. So far I think he's cute. I like the ice cream concept. It's just, I didn't have a lot of concepts for July, now that I'm remembering. Like, even the Statue of Liberty concept would have been similar, and my only other concept, the summer solstice, whatever, not summer solstice, the just summery design with the sunrise, I guess that might have had more intrigue, but I'm not sure, and we might see, because that might be what I end up doing for August, which I need to brainstorm after I finish this guy, because I gotta do that right after this, because it's mid-August and I haven't started. I am behind on my walruses, but I'm behind on everything. Life comes at you fast. It really do. And it does not slow down, even if you're being run over. Alright, so the whipped cream is on him. Now all I have to do is add the cherry. It seems like I didn't leave myself that long of a tail to attach the cherry. But I'll make it work. The little cherry I did will be in the description as well. I kind of just did like a flat circle and then decreases to make the top, and then this was a chain. I keep wondering if I should have done it in green or brown, because like that would look more like a cherry, but like maraschino cherries have red stems because they've been soaking in that juice. So like, even though my choice was justified and based off of the real life thing, it looks a little weird. I think it's fine, honestly. I could just set it on top like that, because the sides of the ruffles kind of act like a little bowl. But I'm gonna stitch it down, and then we'll work on making those cookies to put on the back of him. So it's the next day. I finished making the cookies and I already put them on the walrus, so he is officially completed. So let me, without further ado, show him to you. Ba-ba-ba-ba. It's the little ice cream dragon, ice cream walrus. I think he's very cute. I'm really happy with how he turned out, actually. I wish I knew how to do a waffle texture down here. If any of you have any ideas, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I think that would really take him a step up. And you know, since it's a crochet project, I can always go on and add more to it later. So if I ever think of a way, I can always add it to him. But right now, I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. So yeah, for these little cookies, it was pretty easy. It's just 5 single crochet in a magic ring. And then I did 2 rows of tan, 2 rows of brown. And I did that like 10 times. I'll write it up and put it in the description in case you want to do it. But yeah, there he is. He's a little top focused, but I think that's okay. I think he's still very cute. Yeah, also, I don't have a name for him. I don't think I discussed that at all at this point, but I do think I'm gonna go with an Italian naming theme, like I've been saying before, but I don't have one for him. I know Italian ice cream's like gelato, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I want to name him gelato because it's a little on the nose, if you will. But let me go get the other walruses and see if I can hold them all up at the same time. Probably can't. So here they all are. It's getting really hard to hold all of them together. They're in a little pyramid. Oh gosh, I think they're gonna fall. I think they look really cute all together. I'm really happy with how this project's coming along. They each look so distinct, and it's really crazy to see how much they changed. Like, let me try to set these down. Just from like February to now, even just the walrus looks so different. Like, I feel like he's bigger, and I've been using the same hook the whole time. It's just my tension that's got different, and like, I don't know, just the way that I crochet probably that makes them get a little smaller over time. And like back in February, I was still crocheting inside out, so kind of crazy how much things change. But yeah, that does it for this month's walrus. Next up is August, and by next up I mean really soon, because August is already almost over, so I need to get working on that walrus. But I'll see you then, so let me know what you think of my walrus in the comments below, and also if you have any name ideas. They don't have to be Italian names. I just want to hear any ideas that you have, because I have no clue what I'm gonna do with the naming scheme for these. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with more crochet and DIY based content.